Hello students, once again I welcome you all. In this class I am going to start another lesson from the textbook titled as Search for a Stranger. Friends, as you know, up till now we completed 3 lessons in a row. We started with Unit 1, Lesson 1, which is written by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and the title of the lesson was I have 3 visions for India. Then we dealt with N.R. Narayan Murthy's Learning from the West, and that was followed by the 3rd lesson written by Koizumi Yakumo, and that was titled as A Living God. And now I am going to deal with another lesson here from unit number 2, which is written by Gordon S. Livingston, and the lesson is titled as Search for a Stranger. So students, this title might have given you some idea, because the author is talking about a kind of search which was initiated by him, and that of a stranger. You can assume that it is very difficult to search a stranger until and unless you really go through the particular lesson. You will not be able to understand the actual core and crux of the lesson. Friends, this story is all about the search for an individual who is really an extraordinary person in the life of Gordon S. Livingston. As I told you, the title of the story is really very striking. It will also create a kind of feeling in your mind about the search which was initiated by the author. And you will also be surprised to know that the author is searching someone who is totally a stranger for him. So now you can imagine the kind of difficult job which was undertaken by the author to search for a stranger. So I hope as you have enjoyed the previous 3 lessons that we studied till date, and this will also give you a lot of information, and I hope that you will also learn something new from this lesson. So first of all, I would like to talk about the general introduction of this lesson, so that you will have some idea, of course not a complete idea. Till I complete the lesson, you will not be having the complete idea of the lesson, but you will have some idea of the lesson. So please refer to your textbook in order to go through the text of the story or the lesson, that is Search for a Stranger. Search for a Stranger, written by Gordon S. Livingston. Introduction. The story Search for a Stranger by Gordon S. Livingston deals with the relationships that can exist between strangers. Many a time, people meet strangers and later they realize that they are very close to them. It is actually the story of the author's search for his own mother. He feels that his mother is a stranger since he was adopted and did not know the truth of dual identity until he was 38 years old. Now, friends, I hope you might have carefully read this particular paragraph, which is a general introduction to the story Search for a Stranger. As I said, this story is little bit different than other stories that you might have heard or listened till date. The story actually deals with the kind of relationships that we maintain in our life. We have our blood relatives, as you call them, akins. You have your distant relatives. You have your friends. And sometimes we also have a kind of relationship with the stranger or the strangers whom we meet somewhere or the other. Probably in the course of your journey, either by bus or train or by plane, you might have talked to your co-passengers. And if at all, you could really have a great liking for each other, and some of you might have developed that relationship further. So that way also, the relationships can exist between the strangers. Whereas, we are not at all familiar with the person whom we meet during the journey or whom we met during the journey was a complete stranger. No concern, no relation, no acquaintance, no identity at all. But by God's grace, or maybe because of the situations, we developed that relationship, and that relationship is continued sometimes throughout the lifetime. The author, Gordon S. Livingston, is also talking about the similar kind of relationship. He says, many a time, people meet strangers and later on in the course of time, they realize that they are very close to one another, or sometimes if it is between the two, each other. And the present story, which is titled as Search for a Stranger, comes to the similar category of the relationship. It is actually the story of the author's search for his own mother. Now you see the twist right in the introduction itself. Do we need to search our mother? I don't think so. We are blessed by our mother. We are living very much in the company of our mother. And whatever love, feelings our mothers have, matter of feelings that our mothers have, we are regularly blessed by that. But I think the situation over here in the life of the author named Gordon S. Livingston is something different. At the age of 38, the author came to know that he needs to undertake a kind of search for his own mother, because the lady whom he knew as his mother is not his real mother, but that lady has just brought him up after adopting him, whereas his real mother who gave him the birth is someone else. And when this fact was known to author at the age of 38, now you try to understand the psychological condition of the author when he came to know that the lady whom he called mom is not his real mother, and that lady did not give him the birth, whereas some other lady is his real mother who gave him the birth. He does not know the name of his real mother. He does not have any clue also, and having no inputs at all, Gordon S. Livingston started searching for his mother, and that's why he gave the title to this story, Search for a Stranger. So here, now you are familiar with the word search, but now you need to understand that this search is not for any other person, but for his own mother, the real mother who gave him the birth. But still, the author is using a term, search for a stranger. Why does the author calls a stranger? Because the lady who has given birth to our author is not really known to the author first. And that's why he called her a stranger. But in the course of the story, I will highlight on various aspects of the story also, and that time you will come to know how the things really move on, and finally author is blessed by the presence of his own mother, that is the real mother. So this is really an interesting story to study, and I hope you will also enjoy learning this story in my online classes. So for another 3 to 4 periods or so, you will be in a different domain, and that is the domain of our author, whose name is Dr. Gordon S. Livingston. Now, I would like to introduce you all with the author. Now let us study about the author from the text. See on page number 34, I'm going to read out the couple of paragraphs, which is the introduction of Dr. Gordon S. Livingston. Dr. Gordon S. Livingston, a Colombian psychiatrist and author. Born in Memphis, Tennessee, he was the son of Stanton Livingston, an orthopedic surgeon and Veterans Administration hospital chief, and his wife, Bonnie Keegan. He graduated from the United States Military Academy and became an infantry officer in the military hospital. His first book, Only Spring, deals with the death of his 6-year-old son from leukemia. The Thing You Think You Cannot Do is a very outstanding book about developing personal virtues. Besides, he has also published the bestseller Too Soon Old, Too Late Smart about the inspirational truths in life. His book, And Never Stop Dancing, discloses the roadblocks and the surprises of life. So this is a very brief introduction of our author, Dr. Gordon S. Livingston. As I already read out the passage or the couple of paragraphs from the text, now all of you are familiar with some information related to the biographical details of the author. As far as the profession of this author is concerned, he was a Colombian psychiatrist by profession, and later he also started writing and of course got name and fame as an eminent author in a very short period of time. He was born in Memphis, Tennessee. Actually, he was the son of Stanton Livingston, who was an orthopedic surgeon by profession, and his father worked at Veterans Administration Hospital as the chief of the hospital. His mother, that is the wife of Stanton Livingston, named Bonnie Keegan. And here you have some details about his education also. Schooling and the other education that he got is not mentioned here. But our author got his graduation degree from the United States Military Academy, and later, after completing his graduation from US Military Academy, he became an infantry officer in the military hospital in the United States of America. Now, I will highlight on his literary creed. As I said, he was not only a Colombian psychiatrist, but an eminent author. And if you go through his biographical details, you will find that the contribution that he made to the field of writings in English is really immense. His first book, titled as Only Spring, actually deals with the death of his own 6-year-old son from a disease called leukemia. So the book mainly focuses on some of the personal biographical details of his own son, who lost his life at the age of 6 only from a disease called leukemia. Then he came up with another title. Another book that he contributed was The Thing You Think You Cannot Do. It is one of the outstanding books which is written by Gordon S. Livingston about the developing one's personal virtues. I hope you know about the virtues and vices. Somewhere you might have also heard that man is the bundle of mistakes. But my question is, why the man has become the bundle of mistakes? If you continue to search mistakes and faults in other people, automatically you will become the big collection of mistakes and faults. I would suggest better you search the virtues in other people, automatically you will become the bundle of virtues, the collection of virtues. So here, the title, which is published by Gordon S. Livingston, that is the thing you think you cannot do, mainly talks about the personal virtues of an individual. In addition, there are a few more books also which are labeled as bestseller in the world. Mind it well, I am using a term. The bestseller books means the books which are circulated throughout the world and multi-million copies are also sold out in the publication market. So there are a few titles like Too Soon Old, Too Late Smart, which are about the inspirational truths in life. Similarly, there is another book that he published which was titled as And Never Stop Dancing. It actually discloses the roadblocks and the surprises of life. See, you know your present. You are familiar to your past. Of course, you are conscious of the present and the past. But do you really know about the future? As it is said, future is always uncertain. And there are so many surprises that come in the near or distant future. And sometimes we are really astonished to see some of the surprises of our life. And this author, that is Dr. Gordon S. Livingston, has written a number of books which are mainly talking about human psychology, diseases that we have in the course of time, personal virtues, and similarly, he focused about the uncertainties of life and the surprises of life. And this is the general introduction of the author named Dr. Gordon S. Livingston. I hope you got a clear idea now that of the lesson that we are going to start, or already we have started, no doubt about it, titled as Search for a Stranger, written by Gordon S. Livingston. So in this class, I think I dealt with a considerable portion, and I would love, or I would prefer, to start the actual story in my next class. Okay, so thank you very much for listening to me patiently. See you tomorrow.